If you feel worse after you apologize, if your partner seems angry, more distant, meaner, this video is for you. I want to talk about 5 ways to repair without apologizing and why you would want to do that. Apologizing is important, but when it comes to masculine energy men, saying I'm sorry in many situations can backfire. Instead of creating the connection you're looking for, it may feel to him like you're pursuing him or pressuring him to reconnect. Rushing him, this can be a turnoff for men. This will make you feel insecure if it's not well received, or if you feel like he's rejecting you. He might do that because he's not ready. Here are 5 ways to make amends without apologizing. Number 1, give him space. Give him room to process without rushing to resolve things. For masculine energy men, space shows respect and trust. Trust that he'll come around in his own time. This not only gives him space, it gives you space as well. You may not feel like you need it if you're triggered, but you do. Things may not be exactly what they seem. When you're feeling apologetic, you may not be fully aware of the ways that you've been hurt, needs that have been unmet in you. Feelings of desperation, clinginess, old wounds, past trauma, infecting the present situation. Many women are caretakers. We tend to blame ourselves. If you're codependent, had trauma in childhood, you may have had things flipped around on you that weren't your fault. You've gotten used to taking responsibility for things that you didn't cause, to attract healing love and require it in the relationship that you're in or the relationship that you're open to. It's important that you have boundaries, not taking responsibility for things that aren't your fault. A pattern of doing this will attract the wrong men into your life and send the wrong message about what you're willing to tolerate. It's important to give yourself time to get grounded so that your prefrontal cortex re-engages after a conflict, and you're not operating from your amygdala or old traumas that may be guiding you to the opposite of what you need. If you're codependent, had trauma in childhood, if you're triggered, you may tend to apologize when you've been wronged. Give yourself space to make sure you're clear on what's really going on. Number 2, take care of yourself. While he's doing his thing, focus on self-care. Pour any guilt or anxiety into activities that ground you and rejuvenate you. Exercising, yoga, being outside, journaling. Date the world, getting out there, making eye contact, having moments of intimacy and connection with everybody you encounter. This will fill you up and meet needs for connection, even when you're not having needs met with this man. You can use mindfulness tools if you're feeling triggered, grounding practices. In my THD program, listen to music, whatever makes you feel good. By pouring energy into yourself, you're going to feel more emotionally balanced, grounded, and confident when he's ready to reconnect. You may discover that you are upset. You've been blaming yourself, and there are things that you'd want to hear from him. If you're codependent, you may jump to blame yourself too quickly. Giving yourself space while giving him space is going to help you to see more clearly, to show up in a healthier, grounded way when he does approach, and the conversation might feel less imbalanced. Number 3, be open as a receiver. When he pursues a reconnection, receive with openness and warmth. Be present in the moment. If he opens the door to reconnect in his own way, trust your intuition. If you feel good, go with it. If there's something you need to share your inner landscape, be vulnerable, open, use feeling statements. Always share this way, responding. Be authentic. That said, while we often feel close and connected by verbal processing, men don't tend to. Not every situation requires a deep conversation. Sometimes a playful or affectionate moment can resolve tension. But be true to yourself. There's no need to stuff anything. Remember, you can share your inner landscape with any man, anytime, all day. With feeling statements, your open heart, leaning back. Nothing is off the table. Number 4, practice deep listening. Lectio Divina is a Catholic spirituality practice where people read the Bible and they enter into the scripture as if they're there. They imagine the scenery, what people were wearing, how it smelled, what lighting was like, to activate a deeper spiritual experience, to have a deeper encounter with God. When he's ready to talk, really hear him. Listen as if you're in his body with him. Not leaning forward, leaning back, imagining you're there, feeling what he's feeling. Whole body listening. Men often communicate differently. Their words might feel clunky or indirect or imperfect. So instead of analyzing every word, the more you practice deep listening everywhere, the more intimate, nourishing, loving connections you're going to have, which will help your relationships. Your world will get bigger, and you're going to get more out of your interactions with other people. If you practice Lectio Divina listening on a regular basis, you're going to feel more fulfilled and be looking less to this one relationship to meet all of your needs. I put a link here for you to take a look at my video on Lectio Divina listening. In my Tools for Love program, you'll find this tool and I expand on it more. Lean back, listen to his feelings, leaning back every time you want to jump in. Imagine the heart behind his words. Show him that you understand by simply saying, I hear you, I understand. Listening creates emotional safety. And lastly, number 5, affection can be a powerful way to reconnect. Don't rush yourself or him to physical intimacy or romantic gestures as a way to smooth things over. Let him take the lead. So a hug, a warm smile, whatever level of intimacy feels natural without feeling forced. If it's an attempt to cover up issues and you're not feeling good about it, it won't work. These 5 ways to receive love and repair without apologizing. Respect the natural dynamics of masculine and feminine energy. Men feel love when they're trusted and when they have space and time. They value a partner who takes care of herself, listens deeply, and responds with warmth. Approaching repair this way. You're emotionally available. If you have any history of abuse or codependency, you don't want to skip space that allows you to get attuned to your needs and feelings so that conversations are nourishing for you. You want to make sure you're not enabling behaviors with apologies. If you suspect that he's abusive, please check out my free resources page and a link below. If you found this helpful, I'd love to hear how it worked for you. Please like, subscribe, share your thoughts in the comments to help me to reach more women so that we can build healthier and happier relationships.